Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So today I've got a question for you. What the hell is going on in Florida? Florida's got it all, right? They have a Republican governor, a Republican attorney general, a Republican secretary of state, and the Republicans control the state legislature. So they have every avenue possible to make sure that that is a state that is just a beacon of freedom. Yet here we are today talking about a new bill that's been introduced, HB 31, which would do some great things. It would repeal red flags in Florida, and it would also finally allow for open carry in Florida. Yet the lead Republican in the Senate is opposing it. So let's go ahead and talk about this bill and talk about what's going on. Now, real quick before we get started, I just want to let you all know that this channel has been nominated for a Gundie for Top 2A Voices of the Year, and I'm extremely excited. I'm hoping that my 12 years of advocating for the Second Amendment here on YouTube has earned your vote. There'll be a link down in the description box where you can vote every day until December 15th, and each time you vote, you are entered in to win a grand prize. So with that being said, let's get to it. This video is proud to be sponsored by American Hartford Gold. Listen, if there is one thing that those of us in the firearms community understand, it's that you cannot rely on the government for your protection. Not with your life, and especially not with your wealth. Look, throughout our lifetime, the dominance of the US dollar was unquestioned, but that may be changing. As we face unprecedented inflation, the world's biggest economies are ditching the dollar for the yen. Banks are failing left and right, and the government is discussing a total control of all of your money with the new digital dollar. Don't let your life savings become a casualty of failing corporations or currency wars. Now is the time to call the only precious metal dealer that I trust, American Hartford Gold. They'll show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your wealth portfolio with physical gold and silver. With the finest products, amazing customer service, and a buyback commitment. American Hartford Gold has a 5-star rating from thousands of reviews and an A+ from the Better Business Bureau. American Hartford Gold supports content like this that is committed to bringing you the truth. Tell them I sent you and they'll give you up to $5,000 of free silver on your first order. So call them now. Click the link in the description or call 866-856-2507. That's 866-856-2507 or text COPPER to 65532. Okay, so let's go and talk about what's going on here. So we're talking about HB 31 in Florida. This is a bill that was filed for the 2025 session, and it was filed by Representative Rudman. Now, Rudman has some things to say about this bill that make complete sense to me, because it's surprising that we would even need to be here, given the fact that Florida has constitutional carry. But here we are. So let's go and take a look at the press release from Rudman. That'll tell you everything you need to know about HB 31 and what it intends to do. Now, this press release just came out yesterday, December 9th, 2024. And again, this is from State Representative Rudman. So it says, today, we reaffirm Florida's commitment to the Constitution, and once again, the 3rd District leads the way. As my first bill for the 2025 session, I have filed a comprehensive piece of legislation that restores and protects our inalienable rights as guaranteed by the Second Amendment. Not only does my legislation repeal the unconstitutional red flag laws that have been in place since 2018, but it also allows for open carry of firearms in the state. It is time for our state to act less like California and act more like the free state of Florida. I look forward to our state once again earning the title the Gunshine State, where the citizens are no longer asked to trade God-given freedoms for political empty promises of security. So clearly, Rudman's on the right path here, trying to restore even more freedoms to the good people of the state of Florida. So with Republicans in control of just about every facet of government, what could possibly go wrong? Well, Ben Albritton could go wrong. He is the president of the state Senate, and he opposes restoring open carry. Now, apparently, the Senate president opposes open carry because some law enforcement in Florida opposes it as well, and he gave a quote to WMNF News, which kind of states his position, where he says, let me be clear about this. I've supported law enforcement my entire life. It's the way I was raised, and I've been super consistent as a legislator to support law enforcement in Florida, and I'd encourage you to check the record. He also continues to say, and I stand with them today in opposition. They oppose it. I trust my law enforcement officials, and that's where I stand. End quote. Now, obviously, his opposition to open carry doesn't mean this bill's DOA. This bill absolutely has a chance, especially with the support of people in Florida. If you have an extra minute or two to make a phone call or 5 minutes to write an email, and just let your legislators know that, hey, this is the bill that we want to see passed this year, then yeah, this absolutely has a chance. And as a matter of fact, Governor Ron DeSantis has said that if a bill lands on my desk like this, he would sign it. So that's good news. You basically just have to get past the legislature here. And if enough people are heard in Florida saying that they support it, well, then these knuckleheads who really just do anything to save their jobs will pass it. And that's basically what it comes down to, right? They just want to secure their jobs. This is their career. This is what they do. And if they feel like they're going to lose their seat in the legislature, there's a pretty good chance that they would be willing to budge. So again, it comes down to how bad people want to see things like this pass. Now, obviously, the Senate president needs to get on board with this, but he's not going to do anything. I guarantee you, he's going to side with law enforcement that doesn't want to see this happen over you if you don't let your voice heard. So again, it's going to come down to the people of Florida whether or not HB 31 passes. I think that enough pressure is applied, you're going to see it go through no problem. It's going to be signed by the governor, and everything will be right with the world again. So I would like to see that happen. I would like to see something happen in my state, the state of Nevada, which is still deeply controlled by the other side. But at least if we can go state by state and kind of restore people's freedoms, that would be phenomenal. And then we'll see what happens on the federal level as well. I want to thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have a second, hit that subscribe button. It's free. Like is always appreciated, and that little alarm bell will let you know when new videos come out. You guys have a good one.